Good afternoon, everyone. Our presentation today is about Renters Voice Australia and the Australian rental crisis. This issue is very important right now because thousands of Australians are struggling with rent increases and lack of affordable housing. Our group members are Roshan Shrestha, Abhishek Acharya, Vishal Kesi, and Susan Bania, and together we will share the key findings from our research. I'm moving to another slide so that today we are here to raise awareness about the rental crisis. Our research shows that this is not just a temporary problem, it is a national crisis with real human consequences. Everyday families are living in cars, students are forced to choose between paying rent or buying textbooks, and many people are trapped in unsafe or unhealthy homes. What makes this issue worse is that many renters are too scared to raise their voices because they fear losing their housing. Through our research, we have measured the pain and struggles of renters, and today we are presenting their voice so that their experiences are heard and recognized. Thank you so much. I'm calling to another of my friend for another slide.
So hello everyone, my name is Roshan Shrestha. So I'm talking about the overwhelming weight of affordability. Theme description from the tax 4, there is affordability and competition of 44.9% of poor housing quality and maintenance, instability of prescription 18.4%. So however, housing crisis overwhelming the weight of very much key finding affordability and competition, poor housing quality and maintenance. So inside affordability remains as the single biggest pressure point, but combined with the poor housing condition and instability. So I'm talking about this house. The image tells a powerful story, a small rundown rental property with a foreign renters are just competing for the affordable housing, and they are often forced to accept poor quality homes at high price. So our analysis for the public voice revealed from key theme first, making up 44.9% of rental concern. This shows how overwhelming the cost of pressure really is. Secondly, 28.6% of rentals raise issues for the poor housing quality, lack of maintenance, and the meaningful third, 18.4% spoke that instability and discrimination. So this message is clearly affordability is the core of problem, but it compounded by the together. This create a rental environment that is not just unaffordable but also unstable of Australia. Thank you.
Hello everybody, it's Miss Susan Banya. I am the third of this presentation, and my slide is quite qualitative inside the human voice. The slide is about the human side of housing issue. It's not just a number. People are really struggling. Rentals share emotion like angry, fear, price hiking, and even giving up hope. Many say they feel powerless living with the stress of possible or rent hikes. So overall, the housing problem is also an emotional and mental health issue in this slide. I'm going to another slide, and my next slide is our call to action. From those insights, we come up with 4 actions. First, provide immediate rent relief and stability so people can feel secure. Second, make sure all homes meet basic living standard. Third, invest more in social housing for long-term solution. And finally, support rental voice and advocacy groups so the concern are here. These steps are about moving from stress and fear to fairness and stability. And the last one is the closing section is, in short, rental are not just facing financial pressure but also emotional pressure. By taking this action, we can make housing fairly, safely, and more stable for everybody, because nowadays in Sydney everybody is lacking the house because the rent in Australia is hiking too much than the government. That's why everybody has their own price of housing, and that's why it's very difficult. Thank you.
Thank you guys. So it's me, Vishal Kesi. I'm here to conclude our presentation here. And here in conclusion, Our research paints a clear picture of a crisis defined by unaffordable cost, poor condition, and profound human suffering. This is not individual, it is public choice, which means that many renters are facing here unaffordable rent prices, living in poor quality housing, and suffering as a result. But this crisis is not natural and affordable. It is happening because of the policies and laws made by the government, which is not really acceptable in this condition. Like rent control and more public housing or stronger protection for tenants, this crisis could be reduced or even solved by normal laws and regulations. And other way, we have the data, that we have the stories. Now we must have the will to act. We must choose to make housing home and not a financial weapon. This means that we already know the problem, because what's happening in this situation is like we don't have enough houses, we don't have enough rooms, and the price is really hiking. There's enough research reports and statistics showing the rents are too high and conditions are really poor. And on the other hand, we already hear the human side as well. We have done various research on various sectors regarding this issue, and it's saying that renters are sharing the struggles, the stories showing the real life impact of the crisis, stress, hardship, even homelessness. And on the other hand, what's missing is action. The thing is, only the research are happening, only journals are taking informations, but not happening in real life, like not in actions, in practical. So despite having all the evidence, governments and decision makers haven't done anything yet. The text is urging them to have the willpower to change the things. Finally, it makes important notice that housing should be treated as a home for people, not as a tool for making a profit. When housing is seen only as a financial investment, renter suffers. It's a human right. Policies will focus on affordability and fairness. We don't lack information. We lack the courage to act, and the choice must be the people's homes above profit. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. It's a great number.